Right, let's play some more Aeon's End. Now, I was considering getting some of the additional content to play, because I've played the base game quite a lot on the table, and so none of the nemesis or the mages are new, but I think I'm gonna try one more thing before I do that. I'm gonna play against the Prince of Gluttons, because I've only been able to beat this guy once, and I think I've had like 6-7 losses, so just do random mages. Let's pick these two random cards there, and we'll keep the difficulty to normal, because I've only managed to beat this guy once. So we'll see how we go. The camera over there is a bit high, isn't it? I've moved my monitor up higher and it's now up the mountain there. It's way too high. Right. Okay. Now, the way this guy works is, if I remember correctly, when he unleashes, he starts eating cards from the supply. He devours them. And sometimes the decks are only like 6 cards deep, so when he devours the card, he puts it on top of a devour pile, so you create this pile, and you can buy cards from the top of the pile, in some cases. And the problem with that is these decks run out really quickly, and then when he's meant to devour cards and there's no cards there to devour, then Gravehold suffers 2 damage. So time will be of essence with this guy. So our mages, let's have a look at Brahma. Her special action is any player gains 4 life. That's pretty straightforward. And Jian's special ability is Black Mirror. Cast any player's prepped spell without discarding it, then cast that prepped spell again. So she's able to basically cast the spell twice, but it could be another player's spell. And she starts with 2 of her breaches open, but the other 2 need a lot of work. And Brahma starts with her breach 1 open, and her breach 4 is halfway there. So that might be something we'd want to focus in. Try and open another breach. But I think for now we need to start getting into some of these cards. Now let's spend a bit of time and have a look here what's going on in the market. We have, as usual, the 3 gems. We have the Jade, which is just costs 2 and gets us 2 ether, and then we have the Diamond Cluster, which costs 4, and what it does, it gets you 2 ether, but it says if this is the second one you play this turn, get an additional 2. So you want to be buying these close together, I suppose. And the Clouded Sapphire, I think we had this last time, gets you 3 ether, and if this is the first Clouded Sapphire you played, an ally can gain 1 charge. And then we have the 2 relics, the Bottled Vortex and the Focusing Orb. The Focusing Orb we've used before. Focus a breach or destroy the card, and Gravehold gains 3 life. This one allows you to basically draw a card by destroying cards. So try to thin your deck a bit to get the better cards back. It's too early for that. And then the spells, we have a cheap one this time. Remember, we didn't have any cheap spells last time, so we had a bit of trouble. So deal 2 damage and you may destroy a card in hand. This one, You discard up to 2 cards from your hand and deal 3 damage for each one. The Essence Theft, deal 3 damage and then somebody gains 1 life if you discard a card. And this one, you deal 2 damage plus 1 for each of your opened breaches. So at the beginning, we could try and get some of these. So let's go with 2 Jades for now. He's already eaten one of these cards, so there's only 4 left here. So there's 5 cards for each of the spells. There's 5 for each of the relics, and 6 for each of the gems. Huh, except there is one in the devoured pile. Oh, so there was 7 of each of the gems, and he ate 1 of each already. Okay. Radio. Prepping our spells. What's happening here? He already has a minion out. Persistent. Any player suffers 2 damage or devour 2 relics from the least expensive relic discard pile. Ouch. This guy's gonna go through the relic decks really quickly. How about we make a choice? How about we choose to let him eat this one and then try and stop him before he starts eating this one. Okay. So you have either 3 ether or 4 if we decide to buy a gem. I think it's a bit early for this. Although you see this only has 4 steps to charge our special ability, and Brahma's has 5. Maybe we buy a diamond cluster? These have to be bought together. So we need to keep that in mind for Jian's next turn. Yeah, let him devour 2 relics. He's eating up those. Oh no, those cards. Okay, so this attack we have to choose. Suffer 3 damage or devour 3 spells. From any spell supply pile. The most expensive one? So he ate 3 of those. There's only 2 left. It's doubtful we'd be able to buy more of those anyway. Okay. What do we want to do? What's the plan with this guy? He has 6 life. Let's try to take this guy out. Then we're gonna charge these. Now, with 3 gems, we could get a jade, or we could start getting some new spells. I think that's probably a good idea. Right. Brahma's turn. Buried light. Sure. Now, do we want to focus any one of these? It would be great to be able to focus this one, but we can't do that yet. So do we want to focus one of the other ones and prepare our spell? I think we might have to. There you go. Yes, there's nothing else I can do. Okay, new round, here we go. He goes first. We will let him devour 2 more relics. There's only 1 left here now. Devour 2 cards from the second most expensive gem supply pile. Any player suffers 2 damage. Let's... Sure. Okay. Brahmas go. Problem is this doesn't kill him. But we'll get him next time. A whole bunch of gems. A whole bunch of them. We have 7. 7 is great. What do we get for 7? What's for 7 under the tree, John? So we could start with this and then put these crystals close to that so we can start discarding them and dealing 3 damage every time. That's not bad. And then with our last 2 we'd get another jade, or we start charging. I guess we could focus our last breach. Let's put these first, and then the jades. Okay, devour 2 relics. So here's the problem. If we select to devour 2 relics now, the least expensive relic supply pile only has 1, which means the second one will deal... There's not going to be another one, so he will deal 3 damage to Gravehold. Are we okay with that? Let's do it. 2 damage to Gravehold, not 3. Okay. It's a power card. It will activate after 3 turns. The player with the most prepped spells suffers 2 damage for each of their prepped spells. So let's see if we can manipulate this a little bit. So with the first one, we're gonna kill this. Second one, we're gonna start attacking the Prince of Gluttons. What do we do with all of these things? Wow. I'm assuming we're going to be prepping this. But all of these things, we have 5 or 6 if we decide to gain a gem. Let's do this. Let's do the diamond cluster and put him together with this guy. Let's buy that, and with the other 2 we gain a charge. And then we'll put this. Yeah. This is one of the best unique parts of this game. The fact that you do not shuffle your deck when you flip it. When your deck is empty, you do not shuffle your discard pile like you do in most deck builders. You simply flip it and you start drawing, which means that the decisions you make when you're discarding the cards, in what order they are discarded, is very important, because that's the order they will come up back to your hand. So it's Brahma's go. They have 4. Does Brahma have... She has 2 of these. She has 2 jades but no diamond clusters, so I don't know if it's worth buying one of these right now. We need to start getting some spells. We need to start doing some damage, but we also need some ether to start getting the spells. So... What's the decision here? Do we buy the diamond cluster? Or do we start buying some spells? Let's buy a diamond cluster. Okay. Final turn of the round. We have these 2 spells and we have 3 gems. And each one is worth only 1. So I think we're just gonna go for Spectral Echo. Now, it's not always useful to buy new cards, because then your deck becomes quite thick. But I figure we're still close to the start. And the other thing is, we want to be careful buying too many cards, because this guy will start eating them really quickly. Once all the supply piles are gone, we'll lose the game if he wants to eat cards and there's no more cards left at all. Okay. Here we go. You may destroy a card in hand. Do we want to destroy one of these spells? I think we do. Maybe not now. Yeah, let's get rid of it. So we'll chart. I know we could have prepped this, but I figure we have the 2 diamond clusters here, and we can buy some very decent stuff now. Can buy Dark Fire. And we still have 2 left, or 3 if we want to buy a gem. Don't think I want to buy another gem. So I think I'm just gonna use this to charge Black Mirror. We're gonna do these 2. Right. Prince of Gluttons goes next. Unleash. Any player suffers 3 damage and draws a card. He's eaten stuff. Let's go with Brahma. Do we want to go with Brahma? She's already holding 3 spells. Let's do it. Okay, we drew a gem. Okay, so this is gonna go off in 2 turns. So we don't want to have too many prepped spells at that point. Well, 3 gems, 3 ether says I could focus my closed breach here, my number 3 breach, or I could open the second one. I think we need to open this. And now we can prep that, and end our turn. Well, it's Brahma's go again. Okay. 1 damage there. And this one, discard 2 cards from hand. Well, we're gonna discard this one, right? And then this is not very useful. But I think we're gonna discard this jade. Well, hang on a minute. These gems give us 4. Do we want to buy this? I think we do. Then we're gonna charge, prep that, discard this first. Okay. We're making some progress here. He's gonna go next, and this is gonna power down to 1. So here's the question, do we want to stay away from having too many prepped spells? In order, in case this triggers next round. We're gonna save 2 damage. I guess we have we have Brahma's special ability, so we can regain 4 life. It's only 1 damage. Okay. Let's do that. Let's not prep this. Let's see if this works for us or against us. Okay. Power. To unleash, and any player suffers 4 damage, and we have to discard 3 cards in hand to get rid of that. New round. He's going first. Okay, so we made a good choice. Because it's only 2 damage. So who do we want suffering 2 damage? Do we just split it? Okay. Okay, we have our first minion. When damage is dealt to this minion, reduce that damage to 1. Any player suffers damage equal to this minion's current life. Ouch. So we gotta deal at least 1 damage to this guy. But I don't want to use this. This will deal 2 damage, so it's gonna go to waste on him. But I think we have to do it. Destroy. Destroy the small spells. Is that a good idea? Am I doing the right thing here? I don't know. Oh, he's going again. Oh no. Suffers 4 damage. I should have looked this more carefully. I could have discarded 3 cards to avoid this. Ouch. And then we'll get Jan to suffer 2 more. All of a sudden, we're in big trouble now. So we gotta make use of Brahma's ability very, very quickly. So first of all, I think we need to attack this guy. Do we need to kill him? I think we need to kill him. Do we want to destroy a card? Maybe not this time. Okay. We have a ton of ether. 7. We need to start getting some life back for our mages, so I think we'll gain Essence Theft. And then we'll gain our 4th. Charge. So, we have Black Mirror Charge. Do we want to use it? Well, we can't use it now, because this one, we don't have any cards in hand to discard, so we're not going to use it now. Yeah. Let's do these. Okay, Brahmas go. We have 4 ether. We need to start charging these. I don't think we have much of a choice there. Let's our go again. We'll prep these 2 spells. And then 4 ether. I think we just charge these. We need to give somebody 4 life. Let's go with Brahma. Okay, very good. Next round. How are we tracking? Mages have way too low of life, and Gravehold has 24 out of 30. Now, do we want to use the ability here to cast any player's prepped spell and then cast it again? We could, and we could even use to do Brahma's spell, even though she has 2 diamond clusters in her hand and 2 jades. Here, let's do this. This only happens during your main phase. So, first, we'll do this. We'll discard this and this, deal 6 damage. Then, we will cast that spell, prep these 2, and then obviously nothing we can do with this guy. Now we could use this. We should have done that before we discarded the cards. That's okay, we have time. Prince of Gluttons, 2 damage to Gravehold, and then this guy. Uh-oh, what'd that say? Devour cards equal to this minion's life from the supply pile? So he's gonna eat 7 cards? Oh no, we gotta deal some damage to this minion. Let's do this. So he's gonna devour 5 cards now. Can we afford that? Not really. Unless we give up on something. Oh, this is bad. Do we want to destroy a card in our hand? We do not. Okay. Do we want to hit the minion again? Yes. Right. Main phase. Do we cast any player's prepped spell without discarding it? Then cast it again. We want to do this guy. Bang. Drag a card to your discard. These 2. And then we're gonna do it again. Now, obviously... yeah, why not? And then we're going to prep this. It'd be better if we only had gems in our hand, but that's okay. He's already down to 35. We're not doing too bad. I'm concerned about the mage's lives, but... I think we've got to throw everything we have at the Prince of Gluttons now. We have a ton of gems. We could straight up charge this. But we also need spells. I think we're gonna buy this for 5. And charge. Okay, sure. I think we're gonna leave these 2 minions alone now. This guy will eat 3 cards and then go down to 1 life, and this guy will just keep attacking Gravehold for 2 damage. We have 4 ether. Do we simply charge? What about grabbing one of these relics to give Gravehold back some life? I'm more concerned about the mages now than I am about Gravehold's life. Clicking the supply to devour 3 copies. This guy. Or this one, we haven't used that much. So we'll go with that. Another minion, 8 life. Gryphold suffers 3 damage. And devour a gem. So there's only 3 gems left. Okay. We are going to shoot him for 3 and then discard something to gain 1 life. We'll do this. Now we are going to I'm wondering whether we need to start focusing on opening one of these breaches, because they do deal +1 damage. They're gonna take a while. I don't know if it's worth it. Versus buying some, you know, some better spell. I think we're gonna keep going with this guy. So it's Jan's go again. Now what are we gonna do with this guy? So these 2 minions now combine for 5 damage per turn on Gravehold. So Gravehold in 4 more turns of this nemesis is going to be destroyed. So we're gonna lose the game in just 4 of his next turns. So 2 he's gonna get this round. So we gotta do something. Problem is they both have a ton of life. I hate to give up on this spell, because that can get him down to 24, but I don't know how much we're gonna last if we don't destroy this guy, so I think we have to sacrifice it now. Do this. Problem is, we're not going to be able to kill him now. And this... let's kill this guy. We'll charge these. And just gain our final thing. Now, I think we need this. Give Jan 4 life. And charge again, I guess. There we go, that's 5 damage on Gravehold. The Venomite. There's another 5 damage on Gravehold. Uh-oh. So this guy needs to die. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk it. I'm just gonna throw everything I have at this guy. Hang on. Yeah. Let's do this. He's down to 23. I think we're a bit too late buying these cards. I'm gonna let it go down to the draw of cards. I have to. I have to, right? Let's see what happens now. Oh, it's his turn. No. Oh no. Gravehold is down to 3 life, so if we draw a Nemesis card now, it's game over. Not yet. Okay, I don't know how we can save this. I was way too late. I'm not gonna destroy a card. This one... I mean... So this power, we have to be careful. It says it's gonna trigger next time it's his turn. Gravehold suffers 3 damage, or any player discards a gem in hand. Repeat this 5 additional times. So I need gems in my hand. Oh. Okay. Wow. Destroy things. No, I don't want to destroy... Well... Yeah, let's destroy this. Prep, prep. We don't have enough time. We need this. We need this. Uh-oh. That's it, game over. Any player discards a gem in hand. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, you drew an attack. Oh, no. He defeated us. This guy is tough. Or I haven't figured out how to beat him yet. I've only managed to defeat him once. No, so what happened was he ate the last card of one of these relic piles and then needed to eat one more card. There was no card there. 2 damage to Gravehold, it's done. I think I underestimated these minions here a little bit. Ouch. Well, there you go. Gravehold is destroyed. Thanks very much. Appreciate it. Yeah. 79 damage we dealt. So we could have... obviously we could have killed the Nemesis if we dealt all that damage to the Prince of Gluttons, but we didn't. Well, there you go. I knew this was going to be tough. Didn't manage to beat him. Try again next time. Thanks for hanging out. See you in the next stream.